Well, g'day everybody, and welcome back to Train Life for another episode. I've been excited to keep playing this. We did stream it for a little while the other night. It was pretty awesome. Don't forget that if you enjoy this, don't forget to hit like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it would be awesome, and it would help out greatly if you did subscribe to the channel. Let's get that right, Simi. We're coming into Dortmund warehouse. We're going to pick up a load of mail. I have changed my consist. I've taken off my passenger stuff, and I've added another couple of rail carts. So if you have a look here, and we have a look at the train that we've got at the moment, we are going to do some postage stuff. We've got some stuff that was cancelled from the previous episode that I did, or the previous stream that I did. We've got 6 wagons on board for postage. We have an employee who is currently on a run doing passengers in the SG6. She's doing all right. It is a good idea. I've since found out to make sure that we only have those employees doing a run from one station to the next, sort of between, one station to sort of the next, as opposed to going to multiple stations, until such time as we work on their fatigue levels and their fatigue skills and stuff like that as well. So, but anyway, we are moving along in our business. We have 571, nearly 572,000 in our coffers. What we're going to do is we're just going to radio ahead to Dortmund warehouse. Again, services, postage service. They are waiting for us. Beautiful. So we'll get the green light to go through there to pick up some postage. I will have to turn the train around when we get in there after we've picked up our mail, but that's okay. We can do that easily enough, and I can do that off camera. Yeah, very excited to be back in. Still things that I would really like to see in the game. I'd really like to see, the devs are working very hard at bringing out bugs and stuff like that. I mean, fixing bugs, bringing out updates, changing things around a little bit. The passenger services are still a little bit bugged with some of the stations and stuff, but I would like to see a little bit more volume in the trains themselves. Just sort of a little bit more, just a few rattles and groans and stuff like that as well would be really, really cool. So it'd be nice to see that. Everything else seems to be going okay. If you do, I did find that when I was doing multiple routes, the GPS wasn't working correctly, so it was kind of messing my routes up and automatically cancelling jobs that I had and stuff like that. So hopefully that's going to be fixed in the future. But for now, I think I'm just going to do single runs between stations. So we will start by doing the run that we are doing today. Is I did start over at Cologne Factory. I don't know how I started over there. Between Dortmund warehouse and we're doing a run over to Hanover warehouse. My plan after that is probably to run from Hanover warehouse probably down to maybe a big long run down to Stuttgart, or through here to maybe Mannheim or something. But we will see when we get to that point. But for this episode we are purely going to run some mail between those 2 points. So let's see, we'll just keep our eye on it. I do like coming into these relatively slow so that I do have time to be controlling my track changes and stuff like that. I don't like to come in, especially those bigger stations, like the bigger passenger stations and stuff like that. I don't I like to go very slow in there, because there is a lot of crossovers and stuff going into those, and you do want to make sure you get onto the right platform. So we'll get in here. Are we going to the right? Yes, we are. Beautiful. That should be good. So we'll roll into here. We'll stop up and when we will pick up our mail. So we can just move in just a little bit. That dude's still running around in his forklift. He's having an absolute ball. getting paid to do that. Let's just duck into this view here. We'll make sure that we get our carriages. I'm not sure exactly how much mail we are going to pick up, so we may have it may be a bit of overkill on the carriages, but for now, let's just leave it as it is. There we go. We should be able to throw a little bit of brake in there. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. And we will put on the old park brake or emergency brake and open our doors, and we will let this once they've opened, we will get loaded. Be really cool to see doors actually opening, and you know, some machines coming out loading mail, some forklifts and stuff. That would be a really cool thing to see in the future. So at the moment, it is putting the postage on. So I will see you once this postage is on, and we will duck back into the warehouse. And let's close that off. There we go. I will duck back into the warehouse or into the service center, and I will turn this. Actually, no, we don't need to turn this train around, do we? Because we've got a loop, so it's actually a pretty good one to go into, really. So we can just take off pretty well, do the loop, and head out. All right, lovely. Lovely. All right, there we go. So we'll roll out of here. We've got a 50 km/h speed limit in the yard here. Should be okay. I did forget that, there we go, we've got nothing at the moment in regards to, it doesn't really know what track that we want to go in. But for now, we will stick to the right, which will be good. Roll through the yard here. 50 does seem relatively fast going through here, doesn't it? Through this yard. Let's see. All right, so we'll stick left here, and that'll take us out of the yard. It's actually pretty good having that loop in here. So it'd be nice to run. What other stations have loops? So you've got Dortmund has a loop. I think Cologne. The Cologne stuff has loops. Hanover Warehouse doesn't have loops, but that's okay because we are rolling further through probably in the next episode. So, all right, stick to the right, and we will get out of here. We'll head off and get this mail delivered. So if we just have a quick squiz at what we've got, if we have a look on board the train, we have 10 mail, which isn't really that much, is it? So it's only an $8,000 job. So a multiple one probably would have been a better thing to do if we could have done it. But as I said, I have been having a few problems and a few issues with the multiple stop runs. I don't know whether that was part of the fact that I was doing multiple stops with passengers and mail, and it may have been. So we might even test that out in the next episode, I think, and see how it goes. But definitely loving it. Definitely loving it. All right, where are we going? Are we going right, or are we sticking left? Yeah, definitely going right. They still haven't changed the sorted out the whole GPS thing at the moment, so which is a bit of a shame, really. So you're still getting those crossovers all the time, basically. But we can deal with those at the moment. You can go through at whatever speed limit is listed. So even if you're listed as in a 120 km/h speed zone, you can go through those crossovers at 120 km/h. So it doesn't really hinder anything. But for a little bit of realism's sake and stuff, then yeah. So the flashing green lights basically mean that there is an increased speed limit at the next signal. Stationary green lights, just solid green lights, mean that your speed limit is not changing and to continue on at the current speed. Solid yellow lights means that you have to run at a reduced speed because there is a caution. Flashing yellow lights, from what I'm aware, means that at the next signal, the speed limit is going to be reduced. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you guys out. So I'm going to keep this moving. We're going to head towards our destination, and I will speak to you in a minute. All right, we're coming up to Dortmund, Main. So I am going to call through to Dortmund, Main, and make sure that we have clearance to get through. Services 3, station access 2. Okay, you may proceed through the entry signals. Perfect. I just wanted to get that happening before we got too close. We're coming up now, and you can see that our signals are green, so we've got thoroughfare through there. I will move through here a little bit slower as well, just in case we have a whole pile of track changes. So I'm assuming that we're going to go right after this one, but I may be wrong. Yes, we are. So we're going to stick to this side. We'll probably go left again after this. Yes, we will. It's probably going to take us straight through. I do like moving through these stations. I do like that. So you stick to the right. Yep, beautiful. So we'll roll through here. Just we've got a 50 speed limit anyway. Just let all the passengers know that we are coming through. So interestingly enough, one of our community members, rail engineer, he hopefully I will get him on here at some point in time, and we can play this together, because he would love to do some controlling and stuff. Probably get some other community members on as well. But interestingly enough, he gifted me a copy of Railroad Online, and prior to recording this episode for this, he was I was trying that out and giving it a go. And I must say, at this particular point in time, I'm actually very, very, very disappointed with it. Purely because it is very, very buggy and very, very difficult. There's no tutorials, none of that stuff. No, the controls are very, very buggy and stuff. I found that that the engines themselves, the train engines themselves, or there's only one that I tried, which was the start out one. It was like it was on it was like it had a pole right through the middle of it, and it was kind of flicking side to side on that pole, if you understand what I mean, as you were driving down the track. I found it. I didn't think it was that good. Hopefully, they're going to do plenty of work on it and sort it out and get things happening a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Now, I've just noticed that there is a meterage countdown up there where there's animals near the track. So I'm interested to see just whether that's actually where the animal is, or approximately where the animal is. Now, you can just go through, honk on your horn, as you know, tapping on your horn. There it is. And they like that, and they will run off. Even if you're doing 120, they will still do it. So so that's worth noting, because at one point in time I was slowing down. I was actually slowing down a considerable amount when there was an animal on the track. So I was wasting quite a bit of time. But you don't need to do that. So let's get this thing fired up to 120. Once our employee has actually finished her run, then I will be putting her on just sort of a single short run backwards and forwards between stations. And we'll see how she goes on that. So hopefully she'll start earning us a bit of income, which will be really, really good. Okay, so we've got to be a little bit careful here, purely because I don't know, we're about to move around this corner, and I don't know whether we still have a 120, despite the fact it says we have a 120 kilometre an hour speed limit. I'm not sure, but yeah, moving around here, it looks like we do, so that's all right. So we can speed up a little bit. Starting to get very used to controlling these, which is really, really good. To controlling the train and keeping it usually at a relatively constant speed, and sort of, you know, hovering around the allocated speed limits for it. So that's pretty cool. it certainly helps with speed and stuff. I know that when I was first doing it, I did tend to I did tend to be slowing down quite a lot. So let's flick that over. We'll stick to the left there, which meant it was taking a little bit more time basically to be throwing like to actually do runs and stuff. But my plan here is to continue doing some mail runs and stuff, see how our employee goes, and most definitely earn enough money to buy myself and enough level to buy myself a quite a good goods train, fill it up with a load of carriages, and start doing massive goods runs, which will be pretty cool. So I'm pretty glad that allowed us to bypass Dortmund Steel, because sometimes it does run you through the mills and all that type of stuff. So, which is pretty annoying, because then you've got to get your clearance to go through when they could have just bypassed it. But it looks like it looks like this is doing quite well for us. Let's just have a quick squiz at the map and see where we are. Hopefully, it's not planning on taking us through Hanover Farm either, so that's pretty cool. All right, beautiful. All right, passing Hanover Farm, which is pretty cool. It actually looks kind of almost like an airport, doesn't it? So we're getting through there. I do need to keep my eye on my speed. I did overspeed just a little bit, but there we go. We've got a track change coming up in a sec. It shouldn't be too long. We will be back there. We're going to go through this at about 117, 118. So as you can see, we can go through there all right. But I don't think in real life you would be going through those crossovers at that speed. So I just noticed up in the right-hand side there, the right-hand corner there, we're in 100 zone. I should have kept my eye on that. That it looks like our employee has dropped off some people because our money has gone up to 608,000. So that's pretty cool. Let's just have a quick check on her and see what she is doing. Let's see. Employee list. She is resting now for another 2 hours. She's got some passengers from Dortmund, Maine to Berlin, Maine. So, what has she got there? 32. She's got 32 passengers on board at $5 per passenger. ETA is, yeah, okay, cool. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. I am going to call into Hanover Warehouse and services. Let's change that over. 3, postage service 3. They are waiting for us. Let's just run that down. I got a little bit excited there coming in. I was coming in a little bit hot, unfortunately. So, but we've got our clearance to come in. So we're going to hit a 50 in a minute. So I'm just going to crawl in here now. Beautiful. Slow him down just a little bit. Looks like we're going to the left by the looks of it. Nope, we're going to go to the right. We'll let ourselves crawl in here. We're going right here as well. Yes, we are. All right, beautiful. Change that over. Let them know we're coming in. Stick to the left, and there is our thing there. Beautiful. All right, there's even more stuff in here now. It seems to be they're starting to add more and more cargo and all of that type of stuff in here, which is really, really cool. So we will pull in here. Let's have a look out here. There we go. Beautiful. Right, we'll get ourselves in about the middle, I think. Would say we're past that point now, so we can start slowing down now. There we go. Beautiful. All right, throw that on there and open those doors. We'll bring that down, and off they go. Delivery complete. 9,083, 185 experience points. Perfect. Perfect. So if we just close those doors off now, and up to 617,000, which is really, really cool. So now let's see what our stats are at the moment. So we've played for 13 hours, just over 13 hours. These towns are all leveling up now, which is really, really cool. It does give you a readout at the bottom, which is actually I like as well. We've got 2 locomotives. We don't have any upgraded cities. Our average company weekly profit is 37,000, which is pretty cool. Let's go back into here. Let's go into my skills. I don't have any points yet, but I have been throwing points into fuel usage to try and reduce the amount of the cost of fuel and stuff, because it does reduce the cost of electricity. So our cost of electricity, which we're paying for, is minus 20% at this particular point in time. More money from employees, so plus 10% earned from employees there at the moment. Fine reduction, no. Goods processing time. So basically, goods processing time is, at the moment, it takes a certain amount of time for a place to process and create goods for you to take. And this increases the time for those goods, or reduces the amount of time before those new goods arrive at those things there as well. Let's see, I'm Junior 2, which is pretty cool. We've got locomotive parts and stuff all here, all unlocked and stuff. My train at the moment, we've got absolutely nothing on, but as I said, in the next episode, then we will probably do another run. So total cash made 816,000. Perfect. Player cash made 816,000. Now I don't know whether that's whether she's earned any money yet. Let's have a look and see if we can. Employee list. Profit per day is nothing at the moment. Nothing at the moment. I would like to see, she does have perk points and skills. I don't think she has any to give away at the moment. No, she doesn't. We'll probably do energy. So we're probably going to concentrate on energy and bring that up as much as we possibly can, which should be pretty cool. Now dashboard, no, company, world. We can have a look at that, and we can have a look at what she's doing. There we go. She's at Hanover now, and she is heading to Berlin, Maine. What I am hoping that she will continue to do is continue to do that run there, but I probably will need to take one station off of her. I don't know, and I don't know how much that's going to upset that apple cart there. Let's see, we've got requirements unlocked at next level. Now I'm assuming unlocking is when we do jobs in these places, that it actually gives you unlocking skills and stuff, so or unlocking percentages and progress towards unlocking. So that should be pretty cool. Looking very forward to some new countries coming into it as well. For us now, if we go into our route planner and we clear all stations, our next one is going to be from here probably down to Frankfurt warehouse, perhaps, although it'd be good to go down to Munich, wouldn't it? It would be good to go to Munich. If we go to the driver's map, it's not going to show anything at all except for her route, which has changed, which is actually really, really good. So anyway, there we go, guys. That is another episode. Now that should have cleared that from yeah. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so that is another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I will see you next time, and in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying this one. If you're playing this game, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, and let me know whether you're enjoying it or not. I'm definitely enjoying it. So I will see you guys in the next episode when we try and do probably a multiple run. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.